Today, I want to talk about the number one behavior that people look to in deciding whether to willingly follow or not. Not because they have to, not because they're compelled to, but because they willingly want to follow. And that behavior is, I treat them with dignity and respect. It sounds like a no-brainer. I mean, it sounds pretty obvious. But at the same time, in a recent survey, 57% of respondents said, I left a job because I felt disrespected. I know I've had that experience early on in my career where I worked for a boss who said to us in one of her staff meetings, your job is to help me make my bonus. An irony of ironies, she was in charge of leadership development. So what I'd like to do today is to talk about behaviorally what it looks like treating somebody with dignity and respect. So what would I do? First of all, first thing, and this is part of what I think is the secret sauce to exemplary leadership. I mean, I've been a leadership coach and consultant for the past 30 years, and I always focus on these behaviors. The first is I listen. I ask for input. I ask for ideas. I ask for people's thoughts. And I do so without jumping in and trying to impose my own point of view or my own ideas without hearing them out. It's really a question of getting curious. Get curious about what's on other people's minds. Get curious about what their ideas are. Get curious about what they think. And when we do that, when I do that, I know that they feel heard. When I do that, I know that they're feeling like they're a participant in the conversation and not just a sort of a second party in the conversation. Listen. The second behavior, the second element of this secret sauce is to express gratitude, show appreciation. And this is well beyond the perfunctory, oh, you did a great job. And that's it. I mean, it's like a dopamine hit. It lasts for, I mean, it's immediate. It lasts for maybe 10 seconds or maybe even 10 minutes. But it's not sustaining. I want to talk about expressing gratitude in a way that's really meaningful, that's sustaining. And it begins with our thinking about what it is I'm grateful for and why I care. If I can know at a sort of a heartfelt level what I'm grateful for, then I have the opportunity and the possibility of allowing the person to whom it's being offered to feel it as well at a heartfelt level. The way I like to think about it is knowing what I care for and then knowing why I care. It's almost as if I'm using the model that I like to use with my clients. Know, care, act. Know what I'm grateful for. Know about the contribution that somebody else has made. Allow them to know what the contribution is and be clear that I've actually put some thought into what I'm saying. And then secondly, my asking myself the question, why do I care? What's the big deal? Why does their contribution make any difference? And if I can answer that question, at a heartfelt level, then once again, I have the opportunity that they will feel it at a heartfelt level. And that's the stuff that creates a bond between myself and them that engages their enthusiasm to want to serve, to act, and to persevere. Let me say that once again. The model of leadership, the definition of leadership that I adhere to very strongly is that at its core, leadership is a bond that we create with others that engages their enthusiasm and their energy to want to serve, to want to act, to serve, and to persevere. And if we can go there, and if we can go there often, then we have a great opportunity to make it much more sustaining, to make our expression of gratitude, our showing of appreciation, much more sustaining for the people who work for us. I know that in my own experience, once again, I worked for a boss early on in my career who said to me quite candidly, and without reservation in one of our performance meetings, I don't give positive feedback. That's not my style. I mean, what do you do with that? It certainly wasn't inspiring for me, and I imagine it wouldn't be very inspiring for the people who work for you. So those are the thoughts I wanted to share with you today. What does dignity and respect look like? Listening, showing appreciation with a meaningful and heartfelt expression of gratitude. That's the stuff of which I think is the secret sauce that allows a leader to really shine. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you the next time around.